Hey folks, Real Honesty with John Ritlin. I'm John Ritlin, and I did my top 10 best Mania theme songs, or favorite, or whatever. This is my top 10 worst Mania theme songs. And I kind of spoiled it a little bit in the best one, so if you watch that, you can probably expect a lot of rap to be on here. There's a little rock, but not Arkansas. But this is pretty much, it's like I had to look through all the Manias, and especially most of the recent ones, like pretty much from the last few years, because until the last few years, WWE had been using more rock or alternative and that kind of stuff when it was good and not a lot of this rap shit. Now, I mean, I don't think rap as a genre is shit. I think current rap hip-hop is shit. A lot of the older school stuff, fine. Stuff in the, late 80s, into the 90s, even into the early 2000s. Problem is, after that, especially this decade, there's been a few that have been decent, but a lot of it's been shit, my opinion. And if you don't like my opinion, why are you watching this? I mean, I appreciate anybody for watching, but it's like, oh, I don't like this guy, I'm going to watch this guy's shows. That's like, why would you make yourself mad or angry in your own house or while you're at your job on stuff? I just don't understand it. Anyway, I also want to take a minute to say I'm going to be doing something on fake rants or rant on fake fans in WWE and in wrestling in general. And I mean basically bandwagoners and flip-floppers and this kind of stuff and people that essentially want to be pricks and wish illness on wrestlers. Illness or death, just because they don't like them. So that's what I'm going to do at some point. But anyway, this is my top 10 worst Mania theme songs. So, and I mean, some of these, this might go quicker or whatever, because honestly, I don't really want to talk about too many of these songs. It might make me mad. But number 10 for Mania 19, Crack Addict by Limp Bizkit. Now, I had one of Limp Bizkit's songs on my top 10 best list. The problem is, by 2 years later, Limp Bizkit had a titanic fall as far as being like anything relevant. 2003, they kind of still were. I'm actually embarrassed that this took place in Seattle because I thought we had better taste in music than that. Granted, we didn't decide that Limp Bizkit would be there, WWE did. But they did a decent rendition for Undertaker's, entrance for Rollin' and that kind of stuff. Crack Addict was just one of those where it's like none of their music ever evolved. Like pretty much after Rollin', like I can't name one decent song they did. Crack Addict is not the worst song in the world, which is why it's here at number 10, but it just proved that Limp Bizkit's music, or at least Fred Durst himself, could not really evolve their music. And I remember actually hearing a song of theirs from a few years ago when they tried having a comeback. Awful. It hadn't gotten any better, hadn't evolved. And I don't know, Crack Addict just wasn't very fun to me. So that's why it's here. At number 10 for Mania 19 and Mania 21, one of their songs makes an appearance, Behind Those Eyes by Three Doors Down. Let me make it clear. This is not a bad song. I actually quite like Three Doors Down. I think they're a very good band. This just didn't fit. It didn't fit at all. It did not work. It wasn't terrible. It just did not fit with the Mania theme. It was a fine song. It just did not fit with the Mania theme, in my opinion. It was fine as a standalone song, but I don't know. It just didn't, to me it didn't fit. So that's why it's here in particular. That's part of the criteria. Either stuff didn't fit or just I flat out hated the song. Anyway, number 8, for Mania 31, Money in the Power by Kid Ink. I don't know who Kid Ink is. I don't care who Kid Ink is. I don't have anything personal against him. This song's terrible. It's terrible. It's more rap that just isn't any good. I mean, the guy at least seemed like he was having fun making the music, making the song and whatever, but I just didn't care for it. It was one of the few songs from, or one of the songs from Mania 31 that I just didn't enjoy. I enjoyed Rise by Skylar Grey. As cheesy as that was, I did not enjoy Money in the Power. Okay, number 7, Celebrate by Kid Rock. Admittedly, the song isn't terrible, but Kid Rock's music once he went country, just got really bland. I mean, even when he was doing Ba With a Ba and then, Cowboy and all that shit, that stuff wasn't great, but had some moments to it. American Badass was decent. But yeah, Celebrate, I don't know, Celebrate was okay, but it was too repetitive. I mean, like, for one of his songs, it just basically said Celebrate like about 80 times, as I recall. I mean, it was for a great Mania, Mania 30, and everything, and it was a celebration of like 30 years of WrestleMania, but I don't know, I just didn't care for it. And now we're going to leap up way, because those were just the first four. Now we're going to leap up with a huge drop-off in quality. For Mania 29, Coming Home, Diddy, Dirty Money, featuring Skylar Grey. Look, Diddy's music has suffered horribly for years. Especially the one song I can think of his that I enjoyed in even the last 10 years was Hello, Good Morning. Not the one with Lil' Kim, because Lil' Kim's an absolute embarrassment to the music business. At least I think Lil' Kim was a part of it. I don't remember who the hell it was, but I think it was her, and she's an embarrassment to music. So is Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is absolutely awful. A lot of the songs blend together, so I can't remember some of the collaborations, but I remember the one, it had T.I. and a few people, and it was okay. It was okay. But anyway, Coming Home, I don't know. This just didn't mesh well with me. It was repetitive and boring. Diddy just phones in his music now and has for pretty much the past decade, if not the past 15 years. Pretty much since since I'll Be Missing You, since that album, the album that had that on there, that's about really the last decent stuff he did, because most of it's just been shit. And the guy made a ton of money. I mean, what the hell am I going to argue with? But I just never cared for this song in particular. And it was for Mania 29, which was a fairly shit WrestleMania, if I can be honest. And I was in my WrestleMania history series. Again, cheap plug, check that out. I enjoyed that 14-part series. I'll send you the playlist if you don't want to look for it on here. Anyway, but yeah, just Coming Home, I just didn't care for it. And also, yeah, Diddy had a mini concert at Mania 29 when you could have given more time to the wrestling. No, why would you do that? I don't care if it's an entertainment product according to Vince. You're still promoting wrestling. You still want to, bring people in with wrestling, not with stupid concerts. So we go to number 5. And yeah, there's going to be a pretty heavy rap theme right here. In fact, it's all rap from now on. From Mania 28, which makes a lot of appearances. Mania 28, it was Mania 32, I take that back. My House by Flowrider. I have nothing personal against Flowrider the person. I don't know the guy. In interviews, he seems nice, seems like a good wrestling fan, whatever. My House is repetitive, monotonous shit. It just is. And the fact that it's linked to Mania 32, one of the worst WrestleManias of all time, one of the longest WrestleManias of all time, actually, if not the longest WrestleMania, and also host to one of the worst WrestleMania main events ever. And in fact, I might actually do a top 10 best and worst WrestleMania main events if I have time, because that would be fitting. But anyway, yeah, My House, God, bad, just bad. I mean, most of Flowrider's music is just shit, because it's the same goddamn thing. He has fun making his music, great. I just don't get the appeal. I just don't at all. That's why it's here at number 5. Number 4. Wild Ones, Flowrider, and Sia. Is Sia the one that had the lampshade-like hair? I don't know much about some current music. I think she is. I don't know I don't have anything personal against Sia, or even against Flowrider. But yeah, just Wild Ones, shit. It's from Mania 28, just shit. I mean, that's it. Stop putting rap in wrestling. Put rock, put alternative, put something. Put K-pop there. I don't know. I mean, don't put K-pop. I don't think K-pop's going to fit with WrestleMania. Even though I'm going to enjoy K-pop for the cheesy shit it is, don't put there. Keep it rock, keep it alternative. Stop putting rap in there because it doesn't fit. Wild Ones, it was more of the same repetitive Flowrider shit. That's just all it was. And number 3, and this is a great one. Invincible, Machine Gun Kelly and Esther Dean. I don't know who the hell Esther Dean is. I don't care. I don't know. I mean, Machine Gun Kelly, just the fact that he qualifies as a musician proves just how bad the music industry is. That he could get famous and actually get on a big stage at Mania. Because if I'm right, he did either this song or he did a song for John Cena's entrance of WrestleMania 28. And Flowrider did a song for Rock's entrance, which I didn't care for, but at least Rock seemed to be into. But yeah, Machine Gun Kelly is one of the worst rappers ever. The fact that Owens threw him off the stage, and I mean, obviously it was meant to happen, but the fact that he did that, Kevin Owens right there became a man that could do no wrong. In my eyes on wrestling. The guy is great, and I was hoping that Machine Gun Kelly would have been unable to rap for a while until he could learn to actually, do something good, and actually maybe that table spot would knock some talent into him, but no, he couldn't. Machine Gun Kelly's terrible. Absolutely rancid. God-awful rapper. I don't know how he is as a person. This is strictly about him as a rapper, entertainer, how anybody could be entertained by this, heroin addict looking guy. I hope he's not a heroin addict, and I hope he doesn't have drug issues. I just don't understand how anybody can find his music appealing. He's absolutely fucking terrible. It's like anything. It's like, and I've heard a few of these guys, his songs, because they've either featured him on Mania or on Raw or whatever, and I'm just like, how is this music? God, 36 years old, I sound so old, like you kids get off my lawn or whatever is better in my day, and I'm not even going to say that, because I pretty much sound like it. But just, my God, how is Machine Gun Kelly music? Guy's a fucking idiot. Anyway, another one for Mania 28. Flowrider, Good Feeling. I believe this was the one that he did for Rock's entrance. It fit for Rock's entrance, I will say that. Flowrider looked into it. Some of the dancers were attractive. You could probably guess which dancers I found attractive. That's all I'm going to say. But Flowrider looked into it, but no. It's not good. It didn't sound good because it was an open air stadium in Miami in April. God. None of his music gives me a good feeling. It gives me a good feeling when it's over, because Flowrider, while he seems to enjoy what he's doing and seems to have fun, does the same damn song over and over and over and over. He's still making money though. Good for him. He's found his niche. I just don't get how it's music, and this is why it's number 2. It's number 2 in particular because Flowrider, it's like, this stuff, the reason My House actually probably should have been ranked number 2 is because you look at like this was 2012, My House was at a Mania 4 years later, and none of its music had evolved. But, I don't know, just, this is a weird ranking system. Good Feeling by Flowrider is here at number 2. And number 1 is the most recent WrestleMania theme from WrestleMania 33. Green Light featuring Pitbull, Flowrider, and Lunch Money Lewis, which sounds like some stupid 80s bully that they would have, in like elementary school or something like that. Some bully that would try to steal your lunch money because he's being hit at home or something like that, or he's being bullied by his older brother. Anyway, whatever. I don't know who Lunch Money Lewis is. I don't care. It's a stupid name. Flowrider, I've already ranted on him. Pitbull, I would rather listen to 18 hours of Flowrider's music straight. I would want to rip my ears out after 30. Then listen to Pitbull's music, because Flowrider, while his music all sounds the same, while he does all this, wherever, Pitbull is one of the most rancid, fucking god-awful rappers, singers, whatever that I've ever heard. How this guy even has a goddamn career, I don't know. God, Pitbull is fucking horrid. What about this guy's music is entertaining to anybody? Seriously. I just don't understand. Is it a generational thing? Is it a cultural thing? Is it just the fact that maybe I've just had 5 concussions and I don't understand it? Actually, I would think you would have to have more than 5 concussions to find his music entertaining. Now, I want to make this clear before I rant a little more on Pitbull. If you guys like any of these songs and any of these artists, good for you. I'm not going to say that people to listen to that music, the music on here are bad. We all have different tastes. But Pitbull is fucking rancid. And the fact that he's been able to make literally the same damn song. Because I have listened to some of his music, enough of it, over the years where it's like, I've been like, God, you listen to some of his early stuff, you listen to some of his current stuff, nothing has evolved. And yet he's able to do the same thing where he adds like just a bunch of dubstep and a bunch of stupid music to it and just shout. I mean, the guy has no fucking talent at all. God. Anyway, this video's gone on really long, so that's pretty much it. So, I hope you enjoyed this lengthy rant, and if you guys have a problem with this list, we all have different opinions. Make your own damn list. Anyway, do you agree, disagree, like, share, comment, subscribe? Twitter link is in the description. Remember, real honesty with John Ritlin. I am John Ritlin, and I'll see you soon.